together with him because of where they're from.
I see guys in the so-called United Opposition rallies that are actually in government. That they're in UDA. That's the ruling party. Especially the whole of Central Kenya here.
What does that mean?
And vice versa.
Okay, sorry.
I see guys.
When you say that you see guys who are in the United Opposition, who are in UDA, what does that mean? That party affiliation, party membership?
Party affiliation, party membership, they're elected on UDA. They're actually UDA members of parliament.
They could be making a move here. We heard Erongo Kangata the other day said very clearly that I'm going to run again, but I'm not going to do on a UDA ticket. And he's moved over to the other side.
Yes, well
paperwork maybe has not been done, but they've moved.
But that is exactly my point. That people move, and they move almost immediately, and while we actually still expect them to be in government because they are party one, and vice versa. We are people now, of course, in government formally. Of course, we don't even need to intellectualize it. We have the ODM guys who joined government. ODM was never part of government. In fact, there were the Azimio that actually were meant to have been minority, and they were there. And we talk about this government national unity. I don't even know where things like those come from. We don't have such creatures in our constitution. Yeah. So in a way, everybody is assaulting good principles of good governance, starting with the president himself by having all these opposition people in government. He won and he was to form government with these people. If he's defeated, he should resign and we actually get into elections. Yeah, but you have this mongoloid. In fact, the same President himself referred to this in Uru's time as mongoloid government. You cannot tell exactly what it is. The head is different from the tail, so these things actually affect good governance in the sense that the different entities and parts of government, number one, don't even have distinct identity, and then people cannot undertake their role. The truth of the matter, Ndu, as you're saying, you can imagine I'm in government, and our president really started that bad behavior when he was in Jubilee and he was campaigning. We spent 5 years bashing Jubilee and campaigning on UD and so on. We can't continue like this. In fact, I think if members of parliament are serious about governance in this country, we should actually have a situation where if you disagree with the principles of your party and start, and by the way, that law is even there incidentally, and start supporting principles of other parties, then you should actually immediately lose your position in this party. But of course, it is that thing where it doesn't really matter. People are not bothered about their work. People are not bothered about their responsibilities. People are not bothered about the mandates that they actually have. What is important, what is very, very